Hello and welcome. Your Waterloo 13U Pirates will be taking on Beaver here in the first elimination game of the Wildcat Walkoff tournament in Verona. Getting a little bit of a late start here. Looks like we only have one umpire for this game. Waterloo comes in as the 5 seed, having lost yesterday to Verona in a heartbreak 6-5. Beaver comes in with the 4 seed, having actually tied Dodgeville yesterday 7-7. So there was only one preliminary game for each team because of the weather yesterday, and every game from here on out will be an elimination game. Originally this was slated to be a guaranteed 3-game tournament, but with yesterday's weather, each team played 1 game yesterday, and you were seeded based on that record and run differential, etc. So Waterloo comes in as the 5 seed out of 6 teams, and Beaver is number 4. So we'll get set here for baseball shortly. Due up for Waterloo in the top of the first, Trey, Gavin, and Mason. Waterloo in their customary black/brown/gold jerseys, and Beaver sporting the yellow and green today. So we are set for baseball here shortly, and it's win in advance, lose, and go home. So Trey is just about ready to step into the plate here, and coming up for the first pitch in this elimination game. First pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 1. Nice and sunny day today here in Verona, Wisconsin. Temperatures in the upper 60s right now. Wind is, that's behind Trey, 1-1. Wind is blowing right to left. About 10 to 15 miles an hour. So that ball is outside. 2-1. And Trey swings and fouls that one off. Evens the count at 2-2. Trey yesterday 2 for 3 with a run scored against Verona and a stolen base. And pitch is high, 3-2. And Trey shoots one into the gap for a single to center, and just like that, Waterloo has the leadoff man aboard, something they did frequently yesterday. And Gavin, who has also been swinging a hot bat as of late now, steps into the box. Trey with a modest lead over there at first, about a step and a half, and Gavin's first pitch to him is high and outside. And Gavin swings through that one, 1-1. Trey is off with the pitch, and Gavin fouls one straight back at me here, right off the roof, and should be coming down, well, might have gone over the roof. Trey is off with the pitch, and he is safe as the ball is dropped. So So Trey with a stolen base, and that pitch was high, so we are 1-2 to Gavin. Still nobody out here in the top of the first. No score. And Gavin, little fly over here to the pitcher, right in front of the third baseman, calls him off. And that's one down for Waterloo. In steps Mason, who took the collar yesterday 0 for 3. A couple of foul outs over to right field. Let's see if he can drive one in the gap here and possibly score Trey to start this game off. That's a nice gap shot. There it is. And that is going to the wall. Mason rounding and going to second. And in steps Trey for the first run of the game. And Waterloo is on the board already. 1-0. Nice solid double out there by Gavin to right center. And in steps Shea with one down in the top of the first. Shea gets one to hit, and he fouls one over here over the Beaver Dam dugout. Right off the roof there for strike one. Beautiful complex here in Verona. 4 diamonds going on, 4 different age bracket tournaments going on. This is the 13U. They also have 9, 10, and 11U tournaments going on to finish up today. And that ball is inside to Shea, 1-1. Fences on this field are 300, and all other 3 diamonds are 9U is 180. Down the lines, Shea takes one and hits one into right. That's gonna left. That's gonna fall. Mason's coming around, and he's gonna try to score, and he will. And Waterloo quickly ahead, 2-0. Solid single by Shea out to left there with an RBI. And in steps Cash, your starting pitcher of the game for Waterloo. Yet to take the mound. Shea with a 2-step lead over there on first, and he's not going. Pitch is outside to Cash. And another pitch outside, 2-0. That ball is behind him, and Shea will take off on the wild pitch and advance to second. So another running for scoring position for Waterloo in the top of the first. They lead 2-0 with only 1 out. That is high, so Cash walks on 4 straight pitches. And in steps Tucker. Tucker lines one foul up past Ross. Coach Ross at third. He hopped on that one right away and just couldn't keep it in fair territory. And Tucker leaves that one. That's high. 1-1. And Tucker swings through that one. 1-2. Shea on second. Cash on first. That ball is high. 2-2. Third baseman guarding the line. He's only about 3 steps off the foul line there. And that's inside to Tucker. Almost hit him. We've run it full. Tucker swings through that one for the second out of the inning. And Dillon steps in with 2 down in the top of the first. And Waterloo ahead, 2-0. 2 runners on, first and second. And that pitch is outside the ball. Dillon swings through the second offering and evens the count at a ball and a strike. And another pitch swung on and missed, inside corner. That is outside, 2-2. Looked like an attempted curveball that didn't curve. Kind of stayed outside. That's inside, 3-2. Tried to shoot that inside corner again to get Dillon to offer, but Dillon said no thank you. And we're back to another full count. And off with the pitch, and that is inside to Dillon. He walks, and everybody moves up 90 feet. Bases are loaded again. This is how the game ended yesterday. Wyatt stepped in with bases loaded and unfortunately grounded into a fielder's choice where the shortstop stepped on second, and the game ended, unfortunately, in a loss for Waterloo. So let's see if we can have a better result here. Third baseman's playing up a little bit, and pitch is outside the ball. Top of the first, 2 down, bases loaded for Waterloo, 2 in already. And second pitch to Wyatt is high. 2-0. That swung on and hit the third. Glove there by the third baseman and over to first, and Wyatt is retired for the third out of the inning. But Waterloo gets 2 in the top of the first. 3 runs, 2 walks, and they leave the bases loaded. So after a half inning, Waterloo 2 and Beaver Dam coming up. Set the defense for you once we know what's going on here. I know Cash will be at pitcher. So Cash at pitcher, Ryan behind the plate as your catcher. First to third is Dillon. Mason at second, Gavin at short, Shea at third. And your outfield is left field Trey, center field is Tucker, right field is Avery, and Wyatt will begin this inning in the dugout. So good start for Waterloo, leading 2-0 here in the first half of inning number 1. Got started a little late here. We're missing an umpire and started about 5 minutes late or so. This is all games today are elimination games in the 13U bracket. This is the 4-5 seed game. After this will be the 3-6. And the winner of this game goes on to play the number 1 seed Oregon Orioles at 11:15 today. So hopefully Waterloo can keep the bats hot and we can keep the defense going and come away here with a victory. And we can get to face the number 1 seed. Back to live baseball, and Cash's first pitch is swung on and fouled. Strike 1. Second pitch is outside, a ball. One and one now. And that pitch is swung on and fouled. Well, that was close to hitting some fans over there on the 11U. That ball is outside, 2-2. Lady over there complaining about a little bit extra warning, please. Well, that didn't even look like it was going to go out. So, and Tucker falls just past him, unable to corral that. Right fielder Avery picks that up and gets it into the infield. So Beaver Dam starts off with their leadoff hitter aboard. Good attempt out there by Tucker. Might have overrun it a little bit as the wind is blowing towards left field. First pitch, and he's gone. Ryan shoots it and up the third base side. So stolen base for Beaver Dam. And a runner in scoring position here, bottom of the first. And they've got nobody out and just their second batter in the batter's box. And that is swung on and fouled back. One and one. And bunt is taken for a strike. So 1-2. Oh, I guess that first pitch was a strike. Okay. I'll take it. 1 out. I thought that first pitch that was in there when the Beaver Dam runner took off to steal was a ball, but I guess it was a strike. Cash tries to hit the inside corner and misses. Ball 1. Waterloo up 2-0 here in the first inning, but Beaver Dam with a runner in scoring position. And Cash bluff throw back to second. Just to let the runner out there know he's thinking about him. And delivers to the plate, and that is hit right back up the middle off of Cash's glove into center field. Tucker gets it into Gavin, and there will be no advance to try to score by Beaver Dam, but they have runners on the corners with 1 down. Cash able to get a glove on that ball. That was a hot shot right up the middle. And Beaver Dam's cleanup hitter steps into the plate now. And Cash's first pitch is outside, but no throw down to second. We'll concede that play to to keep the runner at third. And that ball is blocked in front of the plate by Ryan. So 2-0. That ball is outside. Nice stop by Ryan. 3-0. Between inning tunes, you hear off to the diamond off to my left. I think that is the 11U diamond. Cash's offering is strike on the outside corner. 3-1 now. First base open, but you don't want to walk him here. Set up a force, but you want to retire this guy. Yeah, and that is a shot down the line in right. Picked up by Avery and into Mason. But that is a 2-run single for Beaver Dam, and they tie the score at 2 apiece. 3 hits in the inning for Beaver Dam. And no advance there. Attempted steal, I should say. No attempted steal by the runner on first, and that ball was just inside for ball 1. And now he's off, and that is a strike, and Ryan throws down to second base, but the runner slides in safely. Nice throw by Ryan. Okay, Beaver Dam with another runner in scoring position, with 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Score is tied 2-2. And that is swung on and grounded to second. Mason over to first to Dillon for the second out. Beaver Dam runner moves up to third. Well, we can retire this runner and we can hold it to a tie game and head into the bottom, or head into the second. That ball is just outside. 1-0. And that ball is inside. 2-0. Stopped. So 3-0 count. That's right down the middle. Strike 1. 3-1 now. Tie game. Waterloo and Beaver Dam. 2-2 in the first. And that is ball 4. Beaver Dam now with runners on the corners. First walk of the game for Cash. First pitch is in there on the outside corner. Strike 1. He's off with the pitch before Cash even thinks about delivering it. Ball gets past Ryan, and he will corral it, but not in time for Beaver Dam to score. And on the steal, the runner from first moves up to third, then on the wild pitch. So Beaver Dam up 3-2 here in the bottom of the first. 1-1 count. And that is just outside. 2-1. And that is fouled on over the Waterloo dugout. And out of play. Got a woman over here complaining in the other diamond that she's almost been hit twice. Well, that bounced about 4 times. And that is a grounder off of Cash's glove. Over to third. Shea is going to retire him at first. The run does not score. So Waterloo gets out of the inning, but gives up 3 runs on 3 base hits and a walk, and Beaver Dam strands 1. So through 1 inning of play, it is Beaver Dam 3, Waterloo 2. Due up for Waterloo will be Avery, Ryan, and then back to the top of the order in Trey. So once again, this is the Wildcat Walkoff tournament in Verona, Wisconsin. About a 35-40 minute drive for Waterloo. Beaver Dam has about a 50-55 minute drive, pretty much straight down 151. Cut through Sun Prairie, hop on the interstate, and then the Beltline for a little bit, and another 5 or 6 mile jaunt down Verona Road, and then you're here at the park. So this is an elimination game, as I said earlier. Win in advance, you'll end up playing the number 1 seed in the game after this next one. And that number 1 seed is the Oregon Orioles. And if you come out on the short end of the scoreboard in this game, you will be heading home. Warm-up tosses are done, and Avery will be stepping in to lead off the top of the second for Waterloo. Opening pitch is outside, ball 1. And that ball is inside, almost hit him, 2-0. And that is inside. That was even closer to hitting him, 3-0. And Avery walks on 4 straight pitches, just like Cash did in the first inning. So for the second inning in a row, Waterloo's leadoff man is aboard, and in steps Ryan. And Ryan with a rocket out to left. Oh, long foul ball. Wow, Ryan hopped on that one right off the bat. If the wind wasn't blowing that direction, I think that would have stayed fair. Oh, Ryan turned on that one. Holy cow. And that ball is outside and high, 1-1. That is high. 2-1. Big gap in left center. That is inside. 3-1. Left fielder's taking a couple steps closer to the foul line, so there is a gap in left center. And that is inside. So back-to-back walks. And Waterloo's got something cooking here in the top of the second. And we are back to the top of the order. And looks like we are going to have a coach's visit to the mound. So we'll have a pinch runner for Ryan as he goes back into the dugout to get his catcher's gear on. And Wyatt, who made the last out of the first inning, will be on first. Trey led off the first inning with a single. Trey's first pitch is behind him, but stopped and kept from going back to the backstop by the Beaver Dam catcher. And it's 1-0. And Trey gets out ahead of that one. Foul over top of the third base coach. Evens the count at 1-1. That's outside. 2-1. That's a balk. Yep, acted like he was going to go and stopped his motion. So runners will advance to second and third now. Two runners in scoring position for Trey. And a 2-1 count. And Trey fouls one straight back. Heads up! Nobody's screaming over here. Your announcer has to do everything, I tell you. Crazy. And you'd think the Beaver Dam fans who are on that side would be hollering something, but... And that is inside to Trey. Almost hit him. So he's worked it full. And Trey with another foul into the 11U diamond. Ball's flying all over here. Just got one hit in here from the 10U diamond. And that ball gets away. And Trey walks. So 3 straight walks in the inning, and that Beaver Dam coach has seen enough. There will be a pitching change coming up in the second inning. Waterloo with the bases loaded and nobody out, trailing 3-2. So a quick reset for you. Waterloo jumped on top in the first inning 2-0. A couple of RBIs by Mason and Shea. Beaver Dam scored 3 in their half of inning number 1. And that's where we sit. Beaver Dam ahead 3-2. But Waterloo, with the bases loaded in the top of the second inning, and nobody out. And Gavin, the number 2 hitter, will be stepping into the plate once the warm-up tosses are done. He popped out to the pitcher his first time up. Avery on third, Wyatt on second, Trey on first. Trey with good speed on first. Anything hit in a gap, possibly going to the wall, and could clear the bases. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. We want to just get a run. Want to get a hit. Third baseman up on the grass to cut down the runner at first. Everybody else is playing back. And first pitch to Gavin is high, ball 1. That ball is swung on and missed by Gavin. Nice low outside pitch. And we're even now, 1-1. That ball is low, but does not trickle too far away for anybody on Waterloo to try to advance, or score, I should say. That is high and outside, 3-1. Nowhere to put him. That is, strike 2 on the outside corner. Full count. Gavin fouls one straight back, and we'll do it again at 3-2. And Gavin fouls another one back. So he stays alive. Bases loaded, full count, top of the second. Nobody out. Waterloo trailing 3-2. And Gavin swings through that one for the first out of the inning. And in steps Mason with a RBI double to right center his last time up. Big gap in left center for Mason, and he takes the first pitch and fouled over top of me. For the first strike. And Mason leaves that one alone, but that's in there for strike 2. And that is outside a ball. One and 2 to Mason. That's outside, 2-2. And Mason hits a high chopper over to short. And misplayed there by the shortstop, and Mason is on via the air. And Avery comes in to score, and this game is tied once again. Three to three. Bases are still loaded. And Shea steps in. And he leaves that first pitch alone. Ball one. That is outside. 2-0. Still nobody down here for Waterloo in the top of the second. In the heart of the order. That's on the outside corner. 2-1 now. And Shea with a shot out to left center. That's going to get to the wall. And Wyatt comes in to score. Trey comes in to score. Mason's coming home. There's going to be a play at the plate. And he is safe underneath the tag. A 3-run double for Shea. Heck of a slide by Mason on that play, head first. So Waterloo with Shea on second. And Cash steps in. Cash grounds over to second. Hits behind the runner and over to first for the first out. That was close. But Shea moves up to third. And Tucker steps up now. Oh, that is the second out of the inning. I'm sorry, Gavin struck out. That's correct. That's 2 outs now. Let's see if Tucker can drive Shea in from third here. That ball is outside. That is high. 2-0. And Tucker leaves that one alone. 2-1. That's outside. 3-1. Dylan is in the on-deck circle. Right field line wide open for Tucker. And he swings and fouls that one off. Full count here with 2 down in the top of the second. Waterloo up now 6-3. And that is on the outside corner. But Waterloo plates 4 that inning. And they now lead 6-3 heading into the bottom of the second. Cash will be on for his second inning of work.
Yeah,
Beautiful day in Verona. A lot better than yesterday. All teams in the 13U division were slated to play 2 games yesterday, but because of the weather, that got reduced to only 1. So after 1 game, all teams were reseeded, and this is the 4-5 game. Beaver Dam, the 4 seed, who tied Dodgeville yesterday 7-7, and Waterloo, the 5 seed, who lost to the host team Verona 6-5. Winner of this game goes on to face the number 1 seed Oregon Orioles at 11:15. They will have a game break in between. Beaver Dam warming up another pitcher here off to my left. Number 7. First pitch of this inning is an outside pitch, ball 1. Cash's second pitch is inside a ball, 2-0. That's in there. He found it now. 2-1. And that is swung on and grounded past Mason at second into center. So the leadoff batter aboard continues for both teams. Both teams now in both innings have had their leadoff batter aboard. Let's see if the aggressive base running continues for Beaver Dam. And Werner is staying, but nothing moving. Ball 1. That's in there, strike 1. 1-1. And shows bunt and fouls it off. 1-2. So one thing in this tournament that I've seen that the other teams are not afraid to do is to lay down a bunt. That's about the 4th or 5th time between yesterday's game and now today's game that I've seen an opposing batter look at laying down a bunt. And that is popped up. Ryan is going to give chase and can't quite get to it. Heck of an attempt by Ryan. He didn't even have time to get his mask off. Not sure even if he got his mask off he was going to be able to catch that. And that is swung on and missed for Cash's second strikeout of the game. And we are back to the top of the order for Beaver Dam, with Waterloo up 6-3 here in the bottom of the second. And that is swung on and fouled out here to right field. That is going to fall harmlessly out of play. Mason with a good run at it from second. Unable to get there. Defensive change for Waterloo. Wyatt is in right field. Avery is on the bench this half inning. So Cash ahead now, 0-1. That is low and outside, gets away from Ryan, and Waterloo will give no throw down to second, and therefore Beaver Dam with a runner in scoring position in this bottom of the second inning. And that pitch is swung on and poked out here to right. Wyatt with a catch for the second out of the inning. Almost looked like a little bit of an excuse me swing there for the batter from Beaver Dam, unless he was just trying to dump it into the outfield, but Wyatt was not playing very deep out there in right field and was able to take about 5 steps to his right and catch that for the second out. And they swung on here out into left field, and Trey is giving chase, and it's over Trey's head. It's going to roll to the wall, and Trey will get it in, but a double for Beaver Dam, and they now trail 6-4. Nice opposite field hit by the starting pitcher for Beaver Dam. He's no longer in there. He's playing left field, I believe. And that is swung on and hit into the gap in left center. Rolling all the way to the wall, and Tucker will pick it up and get it into Gavin as the cutoff man, and they switch places. And Beaver Dam with another run. It is now 6-5. This part of the order for Beaver Dam is very aggressive at that first pitch. Swinging away freely. Back-to-back doubles for Beaver Dam has got them within 1 run. But there are 2 down in the bottom of the second. In steps the cleanup batter for Beaver Dam, and that ball is off Ryan's glove. And that will trickle to the backstop, and Beaver Dam's runner advances to third. Beaver Dam, the tying run now 90 feet away. And that is stopped and blocked by Ryan, 2-0. Is swung on and popped up, and who's got it? Looks like Gavin's got a beat on it, and he does. Puts it away for the third out. Beaver Dam able to plate 2, but we're headed to the top of the third inning, and Waterloo leads 6-5. Due up for Waterloo, Dylan, Wyatt, and Avery. Once again, elimination game here. Game 1 of the second day of the tournament in the 13U bracket. Featuring your Waterloo Pirates versus Beaver Dam. This is the 4-5 matchup. Coming up next, that I will not be broadcasting, is the 3-6 matchup. That will feature Dodgeville versus the Madison Mavericks. Waterloo played the Madison Mavericks in the first tournament of the year for them in Marshall back on May 18th, I believe. It was the weekend before Memorial Day. Waterloo came out on the short end of that stick against the Mavericks, 8-3, 8-4, something like that, I believe. Waterloo playing better as of late. was able to get their first tournament win in Fort Atkinson against Waunakee. And then came up on the short end of the stick after that against West Madison. They're off last weekend for Father's Day, the annual Deppy tournament in Waterloo. Most of these players on Waterloo were umping some of those American League and National League games. Even coach pitch games were umped by a few of them. And we're back to live tournament action this week. Next weekend being the 4th of July, no tournament then. But in 2 weeks, on the 9th through the 11th, Waterloo will be playing the Tourney on Turf up in Waupun. Schedule not set for that yet, but we'll have games for you that weekend. Dylan steps in. First pitch is swung on a miss, strike one. Dylan on his first time up via the walk. That is outside. He's able to lay off of that. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. And Dylan fouls that one back. 2-2, or 1-2. That's high to Dylan. And Dylan swings through that one and strikes out for the first out of the inning. To Wyatt is outside a ball. Wyatt 0 for 1 today, grounded out to third. And Wyatt fouls that one straight back on top of the concession stand here, right off to my right. That evens the count at a ball and a strike. Wyatt swings through that offering, 1-2. And that is low, 2-2. Avery's on deck. Outside, gets away from the catcher, but no harm there as nobody's on. So Wyatt's got a full count. One down here in the top of the third inning. Waterloo leading 6-5. And that ball is low to Wyatt. He walks. In steps Avery, who walked his first time up on 4 straight pitches. Yet to swing the bat today. Waterloo's been issued 6 walks this game so far. 6 walks and have managed only 4 hits. And first pitch to Avery is low, and Wyatt is off with that one. Gets away from the catcher, and he will have a runner in scoring position now for Avery. 1-0. Avery didn't like that one, didn't swing at it, but it was called a strike. 1-1 now. Here's one that Avery likes, and it's popped straight back. Is it going to get out of play? Just out of play, and coming up to me, nope. Bounced about 10 feet away from me off to the right. I could have almost had a souvenir there. Well, it's 1-2 to Avery. And Avery swings through that one and is the victim of the strikeout as well this inning. So 2 down for Waterloo, brings up Ryan. And Wyatt remains on second. That's a strike. Ryan walked his first time up. And Ryan pokes one into right field. Goes with the pitch. Wyatt is going to be held at third. But a hit for Ryan to right field. That brings up the top of the order in Trey. 1 for 1 today with a walk and 2 runs scored. Runners on the corners. Waterloo threatening here in the top of the third, leading 6-5. Ryan will be pinch run for by Avery. Ryan going to go into the dugout and get his catcher's gear on so he can get Cash warming up in the next half inning in time. And first pitch to Trey, swung on and missed, strike one. Trey with a shot out to left. Is the left fielder going to catch that? It's mishandled, and it's going to go to the fence. Avery is chugging third, and he's going to be held there. But a double by Trey. And Wyatt comes in to score. And Waterloo now leads 7-5 with Gavin stepping up. And runners on second and third. Gavin over 2 today. Popped out to the pitcher and struck out his last time up. And that ball is outside, 1-0. Avery didn't get a great jump on that hit out to left. That is behind Gavin. 2-0. Nice stop by the Beaver Dam catcher. Anything hit to the outfield could possibly score two. Good speed on second and Trey. And Gavin swings through that 2-0 pitch. And Gavin with a chopper up along third and foul. So we'll do it again at 2-2. Or we'll do it for the first time, I should say, at 2-2. Sun coming around here. My clipboard is half in the sun now, and hopefully we'll be able to get that sun to come around here a little bit more. And that is low. Gets back to the backstop, but Avery no advance there, so we are going to be a full count here. Big gap in left center for Gavin. Right field line also wide open. And Gavin takes that one out to right. But the second baseman will call it and corrals it for the last out of inning number 3. But Waterloo plates one more and they lead 7-5. Entertaining back and forth game so far. Waterloo with 2 in the first. Beaver Dam came back with 3 in their half of the bottom of the first to take a lead. And Waterloo did 4 in the top of the second. Beaver Dam comes back with 2. And now Waterloo scores another run in the top of the third. And that's where we stand right now with them leading 7-5. So Avery back in the outfield and playing switch him up with Wyatt, who will be sitting the bench this half inning in right. Everyone else remains the same at their starting positions. Again, beautiful complex here in Verona. They allow me to sit up here in the, I don't know if this is really an announcer's perch or what it is, but it's covered, and I've got a nice high view of the field. And able to bring you some nice game day action. First pitch is swung on out to right. Avery on his horse. It's going to be over Avery's head. And he picks it up on one hop. And a leadoff double for Beaver Dam in their half of inning number 3. 7th hit of the game given up by Cash. Avery almost able to make a nice over-the-shoulder catch, but I think it was a couple steps over his head. And he's off with the pitch. It wasn't even a pitch. Cash was not set, or Cash was on the rubber and not set. Did not come off the rubber to make a throw. Therefore, a balk was called, and he's on third now. And that pitch is on the outside corner, strike one. Beaver Dam with a runner on third now. And that is swung on and fouled back, strike 2. Uh-oh. Overthrow by Ryan. Back to the pitcher. But no advance by the Beaver Dam runner. Oh, that's fouled on again. So we'll do it again at 0-2. Once again, this is the elimination game. Lose and you go home, and win and you play at 11:15 against the number 1 seed, Oregon Orioles. That is popped up. Is it going to be out of play, or is Ryan going to be able to catch this? Oh, right up against the fence and falls harmlessly to the ground. That's tough play there for Ryan. Trying to navigate the fence and the ball and your helmet and the glove, and good attempt. Just not able to come up with it. So the hitter stays alive. And this pitch is high, 1-2. Nobody out for Beaver Dam in the bottom of the third. They've got a runner on third, trailing 7-5. And that pitch is low. Nice stop by Ryan. 2-2 now. That is fouled. Heads up! I don't think anybody that's watching this game is even hollering at anybody else that they might get hit. Sorry if I scream in your ears, folks, but nobody's saying anything. That is another foul ball into the Other diamond. We're going to run balls here shortly. Action over in the 10U diamond. Looks like Oregon just tallied a run. They're down 2-1. There's a pop-up. Who's got it? Looks like Cash is calling it. And he will call it. And it drops. Fair ball. So E1 on that. High pop-up. The wind probably had something to do with that one. Not sure if that would have been better for Ryan to try to take. I know he had a longer run, but the wind was blowing more back at Ryan than it would have been at Cash. So Beaver Dam with runners on the corners. He's off with the pitch. And no throw down there, but that opening pitch is strike one. So Beaver Dam with 2 on in scoring position in the bottom of the third. Trailing 7-5, nobody out. And squares around to bunt, and he will bunt. And looks him back to third, throws over to first. Dylan throws here and gets him, double play. Nice play by Dylan. So Cash looks the runner back to third, throws over to Dylan at first. Dylan throws a perfect strike back here to Ryan, and they cut down the runner at home. Second time in 2 days I didn't follow the ball on that one with the first baseman double play. That happened yesterday when Avery threw over to second to cut down another runner. Second double play in the tournament for Waterloo. So 2 down now, but there is a runner on third. Nice stop there by Ryan to keep the runner at third. Keep running him back. Keep running him back. That a boy. Good play, Ryan. Keep running him back. That was a heck of a stop by Ryan. Heck of a catch by Ryan. Heck of a tag by Ryan. Heck of a throw by Dylan. That ball is high and inside. And Bluff throw it back to third. Wow, we're seeing some defense out of these Waterloo players this game. And that is swung on and missed. Strike 2. Maybe only strike 1. I think I'm ahead of myself. That is swung on and fouled over the Waterloo dugout. And retrieved by one of the Waterloo dads over there. That is swung on and missed. Cash with his third strikeout of the inning. And shuts the door on any Beaver Dam runs that inning. First inning that anybody has been held scoreless. So Waterloo clinging to a 7-5 lead. Coming up in the top of the fourth inning, Mason, Shea, and Cash. Great competition this weekend for Waterloo. Again, coming up on the short end of the stick in the first game yesterday against for the host team Verona, 6-5. Waterloo strands the bases loaded in that top of the fifth inning. And Waterloo holding on after 3, 7-5 in this one. So once again, 3, 4, and 5 hitters, the meat of the order up for Waterloo. Let's see if we can move forward and get successful and play a couple more and add a little bit of a cushion here. So over in the 10U diamond, it's tied 2-2 in the fourth. Can't see any other scoreboards. Might be able to see the 9U field if I go around the corner here. 9U is 4-3 in the third inning. And another diamond is just warming up. So hopefully Waterloo can keep this going and we can play another game at 11:15 against Oregon. First pitch to Mason is swung on and fouled right over the Beaver Dam dugout for strike one. Lots of spectators at the ballpark today. Kids, parents, grandparents. Beautiful day for baseball, just a little windy, but the sun is shining. And that is outside a ball to Mason, 1-1. And Mason lines that one into left. That's over the left fielder's head. That will hop to the fence. And Mason will be in with a stand-up double to lead off the fourth inning for Waterloo. His second double of the game. 3 for 3 today he is. Shea steps in and he fouls one straight back. That's headed all the way back to the 9U diamond. And Shea hits one out to left. That's over the left fielder's head. And he won't be able to catch that one either. Mason's going to come around and score. And Shea digs into second for his second double of the game. They're trading places here in Waterloo. In Verona. And Waterloo plates another one. They lead 8-5 with nobody down in the top of the fourth. Cash steps in, who is 0 for 1 with a walk today. And that's a line shot going into the gap in left center. And Cash is on his horse to go to second, and he's going to be in there sliding with another double for Waterloo. Back-to-back-to-back doubles for Waterloo. And they lead 9-5. So Tucker steps in now. And he swings and fouls one off to the third base side here, 0-1. The scoreboard still only shows 8-5. They're behind on a run. And that's on the outside corner to Tucker, 0-2 now. And Tucker swings at that one. It's a drop third strike, and he's got to corral it, and he will, but Cash will be off to the third base on that putout. So a drop third strike forces the Beaver Dam catcher to have to throw to first to retire Tucker. He wasn't able to tag him as he was running down the baseline. So on the putout to first, Cash moves over to third One down for Waterloo in the fourth. And Dylan steps in, who is 0 for 1 today with a walk. Dylan swings and pops that one over here by the Waterloo fans. Jason Hunter over here tried to catch that with his hat and knocked his hat right out of his hand. They should have had that on camera. Nice try, Jason! And Dylan didn't like that one. 1-1. That's high. That's outside, so Dylan will walk for his second time today. Runners on the corners and brings up Wyatt. One down for Waterloo in the top of the fourth. They lead 9-5. Plated runs in every inning so far. And Dylan off with the pitch. No throw, so two runners in scoring position for Wyatt. Infield is in, and Wyatt with a shot into the outfield, into center. And that plate's cash. Dylan will stop at third, and Wyatt drives in another run. And Waterloo leads it 10-5. Runners on the corners now. How aggressive is Waterloo going to be? Is he going to be off with the first pitch like the last? Wyatt is off with the pitch. That's an outside throw. It throws down to second. That ball is into the outfield. And Dylan will trot home to score. And Waterloo leads 11-5. So Wyatt with a stolen base. And Avery in an 0-1 count. Hey, we got a second umpire out here. This is the first time. That's a strike to Avery, 1-1. And that's low and outside, 2-1. That's low and outside, 3-1. Ryan waits on deck. And that is high. Avery walks for his second time today. And we'll have a coaching visit to the mound. So quick reset for you here in the fourth inning, top of the fourth. Waterloo with 4 runs in. And runners on first and second with 1 down. And Ryan will step to the plate. Oh, we have a pitching change for Beaver Dam. I believe this is the kid that, the player that started pitching yesterday for them in their game against Dodgeville. That's the head coach. That's the head coach. So Waterloo with an offensive output. This is the most runs they've put up in a tournament game so far this year. First time they've scored double-digit runs in a tournament game. Really quite the offensive output today for Waterloo. 2, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits. And 8 walks today. Once again, the winner of this game gets to play at 1:15 against Oregon, the number 1 seed in the tournament. They defeated the Madison Mavericks in the late game yesterday. Madison Mavericks and Dodgeville Dodgers will be up in the game after this. But we're still in this game. Waterloo, runners on first and second, leading 11-5 here in the top of the 4th. And Ryan takes the first pitch and fouls that back into the 11U field. So 1 strike to Ryan. And Ryan fouls that one over the first baseman's head. And that falls harmlessly to the turf, but Ryan is down quickly in the count, 0-2. Ryan fouls one over the Waterloo dugout. We'll do it again at 0-2. Over in the bullpen area of the 10U field. And that ball is high. Gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for any advancement by the Waterloo runners. And Ryan fouls that one back. Staying alive. He's getting a piece of it. Pops that one straight up. Keep staying alive. Usually the more pitches you see, it favors the batter. Let's see if that holds true in this instance. Big gap in left center for Ryan if he can get a hold of one. And grounds that one over to third. And third baseman steps on third for the second out of the inning. Ryan is safe on the fielder's choice. And we're back to the top of the order. Runners on first and second. Looks like Wyatt is probably going to be a pinch runner, so he's out at third and he's back in at first. As Ryan will be heading in to put his catcher's gear on. So you get called out at third, you don't even go back to the dugout. You go right back to first base. So 2 down for Waterloo here in the top of the 4th. And Trey leaves the first one alone, ball 1. Runners on first and second. 4 runs in for Waterloo in the inning. They lead 11-5. And Trey lets that one go by, but that's in there for a strike. 1-1. That is low and gets away from the catcher, and both runners will advance. So Avery heads to third and Wyatt to second. 2-1 count to Trey. Anything to the outfield, if it's in the gap, could score 2. And Trey swings at that high, an inside pitch. 2-2. Trey with a shot, but that is foul. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Avery the runner on third, Wyatt on second. 2 down in the top of the fourth. Waterloo leading 11-5. And Trey swings through that one and is retired for the first time today. But Waterloo puts another 4 on the board. Through 3.5 innings of play, they lead it 11-5. Cash heading back out to the mound for his 4th inning of work. Line on Cash so far today, 3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 runs all earned, 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. Very efficient today. Top half of that Beaver Dam lineup has been a killer, though. They're smashing the ball all around. So Wyatt back in right field this half inning, and Avery will be in the dugout. .56, depending what Waterloo does for, or excuse me, depending how quickly Waterloo retires Beaver Dam in this half of the inning. We'll determine whether or not we get to play 5 or whether we call it. So last batter in the Beaver Dam lineup up here. Opening pitch to from Cash is high and inside, ball 1. And that ball is inside, 2-0. And that's outside, gets away from Ryan, 3-0. And that is low. So a 4-pitch walk to start the bottom of the 4th inning. Cash's 2nd walk of the game. And we're back to the top of the order. That ball is low, but blocked in the dirt nicely by Ryan. That pitch is high and inside, but 2-0. Ryan came up, looked like he wanted to fire back to first, but the Beaver Dam runner wasn't too far away from the bag. And this pitch is low, gets away from Ryan. And the runner will advance to second. So a little control problems here for Cash in the fourth. And that is a strike on the outside corner, 3-1. And that is low. So back-to-back walks for Cash in the fourth inning, and Coach Ross will come out on the mound, and there will be a substitution here for first baseman. Is Dylan coming into pitch? It looks like Dylan may be coming into pitch. So Cash heads out to right field. Wyatt comes in. Dylan will be on the mound here for his second game of work. He finished off the game yesterday pitching an inning. And Avery will come in to play first base. So Cash responsible for the runners on first and second. Nobody down in the bottom of the fourth inning here. Waterloo leading 11-5. But in a bit of a jam. So Coach Ross decides to make a pitching change. Defensive strategy here as far as what's going on and making sure all the infielders know the situation. At this point in time, I think you trade an out for a run. Take the nearest base that you got. Number 2 hitter in the Beaver Dam lineup. He poked a nice shot out to left here his last time up. Went for a double. Trey playing awful shallow out there again in left field. First pitch by Dylan is inside a ball. Second pitch is inside a ball, 2-0. That's inside a ball, 3-0. So Waterloo pitchers having trouble finding the plate this fourth inning. That is high. So 3 walks in the inning for Waterloo.
Can you give me your YouTube channel again?
Yeah. So bases loaded for Beaver Dam in the bottom of the fourth. Nobody out. That's 3 walks in the inning for Waterloo. And Dylan coming back. First pitch is outside a ball. Ball 1. And Dylan finds it. Thanks. 1-1. And there's a swinger and a chop over to second. Past Mason at second. And into right field. So the first hit of the inning plates a run for Beaver Dam. They are now down 11-6. Still nobody out and bases loaded for them in the bottom of the fourth. And that ball is hit batter. That will bring in another run. Bases are still loaded for Beaver Dam. And they trail only 11-7 now. And that pitch is in there. Strike one for Dylan. And Dylan throws that one outside. 1-1. Nice stop by Ryan. Another outside pitch for Dylan. 2-1. Inside 3-1. High and inside, ball 4. Dylan's second walk of the game. So Beaver Dam with 3 runs in already in the bottom of the 4th. Bases are loaded and still nobody out. Four walks, a hit batter, and a single. And 3 runs in for Beaver Dam, and this is the situation we're in. No quitting either of these teams today. It's been a very competitive baseball game. First pitch is in there. Strike one for Dylan. Good secondary lead by the runner at third. And a balk has been called. So we'll run the scores and runners advance from to second and third. That ball is low and inside and gets away from Ryan. And that runner will score. So it's 11-10 now. And still nobody out. That ball is outside and gets away from Ryan, and this runner will score to tie it up. Oh, just like that, it's 11-11. And we are going to have a pitching change. Second pitching change of the inning. So Shea will come in from third to pitch. Dylan will move to first base, and Avery will move from first to third. So Beaver Dam with 6 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. to tie it up. And Shea will be on the mound, who was the starting pitcher in yesterday's game for Waterloo, to hopefully stop the bleeding here in this fourth inning. Two wild pitches, 4 walks, a hit batter, and a balk. And 6 runs are in. And nobody out. And that is behind the batter. Ball 1. Control problems continue for the Waterloo Pirates in the fourth inning. And Shea throws behind the runner again. Not quite. Was he hit? I guess that was a hit batter. So second hit batter of the inning. And Shea delivers right down the middle, strike 1. And that's in there, hit out to right. And that is fair. Wyatt unable to come up with that one. And gets it into Mason at second. So single out to right. And runners on the corners. Still nobody down here in the bottom of the fourth. So they will intentionally walk this batter to load the bases to set up a force at home. Infield is in for Waterloo. And pitch is hit batter. And that is the ball game. Oh. Ugly way to lose that one, boys. Oh, 11-5 in the fourth inning, and you give up 4 walks, 3 hit batters, a balk, and 2 wild pitches. And Beaver Dam comes all the way back to score 7 in the bottom of the fourth and wins it 12-11. So we will see you in 2 weeks at the Waupun tournament. And take care, everybody, and we will see you later.